Hey, this is Matt for AVNation.tv. We are here at the Atlas-IED booth at ISE 2019 in Amsterdam. We're here with John. John, how you doing today?
Hey Matt, how's it going?
It's going great, other than I'm flubbing intros. But let's kick right into it.
It's okay.
We're here in the booth. You guys do a massive number of products and solutions and things. We're here in front of a brand new product. Tell us about this new IP product.
You know, I'm going to skinny it down, Matt. There's lots of items in the solution, but if we think of three major things, the mic stations are what the user sees. We call it the blue box or the controller. Every system will have a controller or several. And then the third thing is what we all know is the power amplifiers.
Right.
And for us, this show's big because we're introducing two versions of our new flagship modular Class D high efficient, high density chassis amplifier.
Okay.
So it's called the Titan T112, and it's available in both CobraNet and Dante.
Oh.
And it's a little unique in that it does automatic backup amplifier switching.
Okay.
It does all the DSP you could possibly need. Of course, it does power amplification, but it also does ambient noise control. So as we're talking, it's listening to us through that sensor right there and adjusting levels, typically throughout large venues, airports, mass transit,
right,
and big industrial facilities. Sometimes very small, but it does it all in one box.
That's fantastic.
We're excited about the new frames.
So when we start talking about it being scalable and size specific, it's going to allow us to go into, again, that smaller environment, whether that be a restaurant or a bar,
right,
but all the way up into mass transit and things like that, and then zone out based on the microphones, is that correct?
That's exactly right. Systems typically for us in large venue are asymmetrical. A few mic stations, lots of amplifiers.
Okay.
So what does that mean? Out in the edge or the IDF closets, they'll have a switch and then basically one or two of the blue boxes, which are the main controllers,
right,
which are high availability and back each other up. But then we have the amplifier frame that each channel is 600 watts at 70 or 100 volts, 220 or 110,
okay,
times 6, plus the backup amplifier, should one ever fail, and frankly they hardly ever, but that's a thing required for life safety, that the high availability is also built into the amplifier. It's right in there. And if you have to change an amp card, let's say it does fail, it's that simple. This card is a 1200 watt card, it weighs 2 pounds.
That's crazy.
And that's a technology we've been perfecting since the late 1980s, frankly. It's been refined, more power, a little bit smaller. But
that's really small.
That's really small and light. So that's one of the key pieces for us at every system that we do.
So when we start talking redundancy, is this auto fail over,
yes,
or is this something where I need to send a technician out to come out and hot swap these amps?
If you have an amp fail, you'll get an SMS text.
Okay.
But the amplifier will pop in immediately.
Okay.
It does 2 cycles of failure. It does it at the zero crossing, so you hear virtually no pop. And when you put it back in, the replacement amplifier pops in. It also waits for the zero crossing and pops right back in.
So it's
less than a 16th of a second typically. Depends on the sampling rate.
That's fantastic. So it's a true hot swap. It's going to do it. We're not shutting the system down. We're not taking anyone offline. Again, for life safety, it has to be that way, correct?
That's right. It's a requirement. We pioneered it, and it's kind of spread throughout the industry, as has life safety messages and ambient noise and that kind of thing. But the efficient amplifiers and the backup amp, if you take similar types of technology from various other manufacturing competitors, they wind up with a bunch of different boxes. It's one SKU, and then you pick the cards.
Okay.
And the cards can be mixed and matched. So we make the cards in 1200 watts, dual channel. Okay. 600 watts, dual channel, and 300 watts, dual channel.
So you can really
times 2.
Yeah, so you can really go in and phase this and plan this specific for your environment. If you have a room that requires significantly more amplification, you can do it all in one. You don't need multiple chassis.
The classic we see is a lot of 4 to 6 gate airports, the smaller ones.
Yeah.
They'll frankly only have one blue box, as many mic stations as they need, but they'll buy one frame, and as they add new gates, the only thing they do is pick the mic stations and add another card or two as they go, and they're done. It's pretty simple and straightforward.
So as an integrator is trying to learn this system, right, and figure out and determine how to properly design this. Is this something that they're on their own with? Is this something that they can work with you guys on? Do you train them to do it themselves? How does that work?
Well, we typically have the field support that when they're designing a system, we have our expert, we call experts in the field. Our system integrators, the typical system integrator has been with us for over 25 years.
Okay.
And they do this in their sleep. It's just not that hard, but they will, first thing they do is work backwards in a system.
Right.
A convention center like this, they look at the speaker circuits, where do they need to be refined and cut up, and then they basically pick the cards, and we assign the DSP channels, and then they pick what the user interfaces are, many virtual workstation or mic stations.
Right.
And they're kind of done.
It's fantastic.
Kind of done.
So if people want to find more information about this system,
right,
as well as all the other products that Atlas has, where can they do that?
Go to the website, Atlas-IED.com, and you'll see under Products and Solutions, Mass Transportations and Large Venues. And you'll boil down, and before long you'll be seeing this, the T112 cards and how to design it, lay it out.
Excellent. Well, thank you so much, John.
Thanks, Matt.
Appreciate your time.
Appreciate it.
For more footage from the show floor and to learn more about AVNation, please visit avnation.tv. That's avnation.tv.